friends. Hope you all are doing well and staying safe. Welcome back to the Football Mania to bring you yet another interesting video talking about the Premier League. So, as you all know, the season is about to kick off, and most of the fans will be eagerly anticipating a very good start for their respective teams. And I am sure that the Premier League won't disappoint because as we progress with each season, we have seen the quality just improving and the amount of unpredictability which the Premier League offers is there for everyone to see. Right till the final match day, we can't predict who will be actually winning the league, and sometimes it's a very close battle between the top two sides, or even when we talk about the relegation. However, this time, as the transfer window is still, 3 weeks away from its end, and we are seeing a lot of movement of some good players between the elite clubs. I'm still hoping that there'll be some good signings which the clubs will make. And as of today, I have my three top contenders for the Premier League title. And this video, I'll be sharing my specific contenders for this Premier League season. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. The most consistent team in recent past, Manchester City, are definitely one of the title contenders going ahead for this season, and I'm expecting a very formidable side. With the signing of Jack Grealish, a British record transfer, Manchester City have once again proven that they are the real giants of English football. When it comes to money, when it comes to investment, when it comes to the coaching and the playing style, Manchester City are really a dominant force, and I reckon there are not many teams in the Premier League who can match their standards. And a manager like Pep Guardiola is someone who demands a lot from his players, and I have seen him really pouring in with his outrage on players in the dressing room when they are not performing well. And we have seen this quite evident, and he has really high standards and sets them for the players, and this actually propels them to the next stage. And for sure, Manchester City, if you look at the entire team as a unit, they are compact at the back. They have been, finding ways to score goals. After the departure of Sergio Aguero, there have been lots of questions raised about their goal scoring prowess and who will actually step up. Will Gabriel Jesus lead the line, or will we again see like Ilkay Gundogan, scoring goals from the midfield as we saw last season? And I have also observed last season that they were playing with a false nine in most of the matches, even in the Champions League, till their journey till the Champions League final, they played with a false nine. Will Guardiola adopt the same tactic this time? That's the big question. And when it comes to their defense, Ruben Diaz has been doing an incredible job along with John Stones, and I'm expecting their backline to be very stable with a very fast fullback like Kyle Walker, and they also have Benjamin Mendy on the left. So sometimes I feel Mendy is quite vulnerable when he bombs forward a lot and he opens up the space for the opposition to exploit. That time Manchester City have a drawback, and that's why I would prefer Zinchenko over Mendy. And when we look at Manchester City, building up from the back and penetrating through the middle lines, it is very, very fascinating to watch because I have seen their counter attacks with Kevin De Bruyne and this time Jack Grealish. It will be really interesting to see how Pep Guardiola actually rotates his squad because both of them are key players for them. And if he wants to play both of them together in the starting 11, it will be really interesting to see what type of positions both of them take up on the pitch and where will Raheem Sterling actually fit in because he plays usually on the left wing, and Jack Grealish is also a sort of player who kind of drifts from the left hand side and comes towards the center. So it will be quite interesting to see what type of choices will Guardiola make. So all in all, I am definitely sure that Manchester City will have a very good season. They are bound to finish in the top four once again, and with a very winning momentum going into this season. And last season also they did quite well, even though did not get the quadruple. It was a really good season. So I'm expecting a lot from Manchester City, and they're definitely one of the title contenders. Who would have believed a few months back that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will actually turn the wheels and it will actually be a really formidable Manchester United side? This was something which I was really looking forward to. I was expecting a lot of investment by Manchester United towards the start of the summer transfer window, and they have not disappointed. After the renewal of Edinson Cavani's contract, not only have they strengthened their attack with Jadon Sancho coming from Borussia Dortmund, but they've also stabilized their defense with a very, very solid, experienced, winning mentality centre back. That is Rafael Varane. And he will definitely complement Harry Maguire at the back. So what am I expecting from Manchester United? Will it be a really swift approach which Ole Gunnar Solskjaer takes with the quick counterattacks which we are used to seeing with Manchester United, or will it be a very possession-based style with Rafael Varane actually building the play from the back? It will be really interesting to see how even the midfield rotates, because Bruno Fernandes is there, and reports have also emerged that Paul Pogba will be staying at the club. So it will be interesting to know how he rotates in a double pivot. Will he be playing Fred and Scott McTominay together and giving the freedom to Bruno Fernandes to dictate the terms, or will it be Paul Pogba and Fernandes playing together? And again, we have seen the front. We have seen Anthony Martial sometimes uh, getting isolated because he doesn't get the service. And Edinson Cavani has been the super sub for Manchester United last season. Will we see Martial, moving out of the club before the transfer window ends? That's another big question that United will be resolving, I'm sure, in the 3 weeks which are left. And I'm expecting still a lot of movement, because I feel that they definitely require another central midfielder to hold the play up. I don't think Fred and Scott McTominay are really experienced enough to stabilize the midfield. And I have seen a lot of occasions last season where they were actually having holes in their midfield. There was not enough time given to the midfield to actually penetrate, and most of the teams took advantage of their vulnerability because there was a lot of space which they could exploit, and they lead in a lot of goals. And definitely we saw the issue with the right centre back side with Victor Lindelof or Eric Bailly. Whenever both of them played on the right sided centre back position, most of the goals were coming in from that side. So it will be really interesting to see how a very formidable Manchester United performs this season, and if they can, get the season started with a winning momentum, I'm sure that they will go a long way in challenging for the title. And even last season they did quite well. They reached the Europa League final, but this time around I am expecting them to give a really good fight for the title, and it might go all the way. So who knows? Let's wait and watch. The blue team of London, Chelsea, has been a really formidable side last season under Thomas Tuchel. I think their approach of giving managers a very short span of time to ensure success for the club is the best way to go forward for any club. You have to be ruthless as an owner, and that's exactly what Roman Abramovich has done at Chelsea. Not only has he given fans a lot of silverware, and he has that winning mentality which has actually ensured that the club goes from strength to strength. And Thomas Tuchel is one such manager who requires a lot of specific focus and gives attention to detail. He is someone who actually expects a lot from the players, and he sets a really high standard when it comes to playing style. And we saw last season that right since he took over the reins at Chelsea, their defense looked much more stable, and the number of goals which they scored was also really high. Kai Havertz became a really exceptional player, a transformed player under Thomas Tuchel. unlike his times under Frank Lampard. N'Golo Kante, we all know, is a warrior in the midfield, and he once again proved why he is a World Cup winner and an elite footballer. And at the same time, we also saw their defense really resolute. Antonio Rudiger, Andreas Christensen, and Thiago Silva, all three of them had a major role to play in their success. And not to forget, there were defenders like Kurt Zuma, and we also saw Reece James delivering from the right, Ben Chilwell delivering from the left. This was a very lethal combination for Chelsea. They actually used their wing backs and full backs to their utmost potential and created good goal scoring opportunities for the strikers. And I do feel that after the transfer window which has transpired for Chelsea so far, Romelu Lukaku is on the verge of moving back to Chelsea, a club where initially he was under Jose Mourinho, and this time around he's making a return. This will be a really good signing for Chelsea, in my opinion, because Timo Werner has not proven to be a really good goal scoring striker for Chelsea. And a lot of Chelsea fans would actually agree with me on that point. And I feel that Romelu Lukaku, if you give him even half a chance, he's someone who can put the ball in the back of the net. And even for Inter Milan last season, he was really clinical in front of goal, and Inter actually managed to win the Serie A. And no doubt, going forward and building up from the back, Chelsea are a really formidable unit, and it is really difficult to break them down. Whenever I see their matches, I always feel that there is only one team which is under control, and that is Chelsea. Even when you look at them in the Champions League final last season against Manchester City, they were actually not having much of the possession. Manchester City dominated the entire possession, but the positional sense of the players has, grown by leaps and bounds under Thomas Tuchel. And that's why I feel that they're real title contenders for this season. And if they can continue the same momentum with which they finished off last season, it will be a really close battle for the title. And that's why I feel that this Premier League season will be a three-horse race, and there is a reason why I have not included Liverpool. I'm sure a lot of you must actually be thinking that Liverpool is such a formidable team under Jurgen Klopp and they have been doing wonders in the past. And why are they not title contenders? Well, according to me, they have a few frailties in the midfield. And after the loss of Gini Wijnaldum going to PSG, it is a very, very big hole in their midfield. That's what I feel. And going up in the attack, Mo Salah was very inconsistent last season. Definitely, it doesn't take a lot of time for the players to get their form back, but I do feel that over the course of the 38 matches in the Premier League, they will actually, lose their form and their winning run will actually end. So that's the reason I have not kept Liverpool as my title favorites for this season. And that's why I feel this will be a really close battle for the title. It will be a three-horse race for sure. And guys, if you think Liverpool is a title contender, or if you think if there is any other team which might cause a surprise for all of us, please don't forget to put it in the comment section, as it will be really interesting to know your thoughts. If you like this video, kindly hit the like button, and if you want to get regular updates of the football news, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until next time, stay safe and take care.